Good evening, and thank you again for clicking on my channel. I'm Roman, and today we I am going to review slash rank Send Help. I literally just finished watching the movie, and I thought it was actually pretty entertaining, if I do say so myself. It stars um, Rachel McAdam and Dylan O'Brien. There are um, other people in the movie, obviously, but those are like the main stars of the film. And for some reason, my um, is it gonna work? It's like what's funny is when you put excuse me, when you put the name of the movie in, and I typically look movies up on IMDb. I don't know about anybody else, but they're not the main stars, but they are in the film. Like they're not like the top list people. You got people like Endel, Xavier, Chris, Dennis. Like where are the other people? Rachel McAdams and Dylan O'Brien are down at the bottom. Anyway, I digress. Rachel McAdams plays Linda Little. Dylan O'Brien plays Bradley Preston. And the premise of the movie is an employee and her insufferable boss become stranded on a deserted island, the only survivors of a plane crash. Here, they must overcome past grievance and work together to survive. Will they make it out alive? And that is the main synopsis of this film. The subgenres come as monster horror, psychological thriller, supernatural horror. Um, if I do say so myself, there's some horror elements. I don't know if I would consider this a horror film. It's definitely a thriller and a psychological thriller. Horror again, horror elements. Again, I don't know. Sometimes when people classify something as horror, I'm just like, is it horror that they got in a plane crash and barely survived? Is that considered horror? I don't know. I mean, maybe in a sense, right? I don't know. But when I watch a movie and I want to watch something horror, this to me does not come in my mind as a horror film. I'm just being honest. But now, is it a good film? Yes. Anyway, so Linda Little, um, she is like one of these devoted employees that literally devotes all of her time, effort, energy into her job. She has no life. She has um no husband, no kids. She has a pet bird, and that's it. That is it. It's kind of sad. It's a sad life. But she does get overlooked for a position that she claims that she deserves. She's been in with the company for 7 years, and she thinks that she should be the VP of the company. So, with that being said, the president of the company had died. So, I guess naturally, which I don't even know why this happens, with companies. I'm like, is he suited for be president? Has he even worked for this company before? You know what I'm saying? Anyway, um, Dylan O'Brien's character, which I already forgot his name now, Bradley, because he's the son, he is now the president of the company. He tends to only like pretty people. I say this because I watched the movie. He didn't say that, but when when and if you do watch this movie, you'll be like, yeah, I see it. So, um, she goes to him and says, "Hey, I see you picked this other guy to be VP and not me. Why?" And he's like, "Well, some people are suited to be, um, you know, people who run the company, and there are people who are behind the scenes. You are more one of the behind the scenes type of people. When I look at you, you just don't scream VP. I'm sorry, but I'm just being honest with you." He said, "But what you can do for me is, um, go, um, on a flight, go to, I want to say it was Taiwan. That could be wrong. Something just go bloop out of my mind, and I'm like, I literally watched the movie, and that's how sad it is. That is how sad it is. Anyway, we're gonna say Taiwan just for sakes of whatever. So she um packs her bags, and I guess he thinks that she's not gonna go because she's kind of sad, sad and pathetic. But she proves him wrong, and he goes. I mean, she goes, and she sees him along with four other guys. They're caught in a storm, and they're told to obviously fasten your seatbelt. There's turbulence. Turbulence turns into the plane is going down. Literally, the side of the plane is open. Guy just flies out of the plane. Two guys are like, one guy's holding on to another guy, and the other guy's holding on to Linda. And he's like, "Give me your seat." And she's like, "What? Give me your seat." And so she finds a fork, stabs him in the hand, flies out the window, but his tie or something gets hung on the side of the plane, and so he's literally like smashing his face into the side of the window. It's wild. It's insane. And yeah, so you think it's only her that's the only survivor. Then she ends up finding Bradley. He has a I think like the side, like literally the side of his leg, like you see meat. It's not. I think she said it's not. It's not broken, but don't put any weight on it. Um, so he's like out of commission. Can't walk on it for a little bit. But he is the most ungrateful, most insufferable, most just whatever words you can think of. Like, he's a complete asshole, and the fact that she does all that she can to help him, and still, like, ungrateful. Literally, he says, "You work for me, so you gotta do what I say." She's like, "Excuse me? You heard me." She's like, "We're not in your office, so that's not how this works here." So at first, like she leaves him there, but he's like thinking like, oh, she's gonna come back. She's gone for, I don't know, maybe a day, and then comes back and checks on him. He's like, all right, I get it. You know, it's like, so remember, we're not in your office. I'm not working for you. We're on a fucking island here, and you're gonna listen to me. And so you think, thinks like he's gonna listen to her, whatever, blah blah blah. And things start to, like, all right, things are going all right. And like she hunts like a boar, which is, I think that's one of the most insane scenes I think I've seen in this movie. Um, Cooks a boar, and then um, the fact that she's doing everything and like saying, like, oh, you should do this or whatever, it'll help you. And he's like tired of listening to her, so then he thinks like he can do things on his own and try to make his own little camp. He doesn't, so then he still comes back and apologizes, whatever, blah blah blah. And it's just, it's crazy. But then she gets crazy too. There's a boat. I don't know if it was the first boat, but like a boat is around that could have been saved. But she's like, no, I'm not ready to leave. She's saying that, but he's not around, like kind of saying it like to herself. Um, then later on, he's trying to like make amends and say like, all right, let me cook dinner for you tomorrow night. And so he ends up making something, but he puts these, spoiler alert, puts some poisonous grapes um, into this meal that he planned, and it's not enough to kill her, but she's definitely vomiting and passes out. So he makes this go to raft, gets out there, little ways. Not only does the raft not work, but he's drowning and everything. What happens? She goes and saves him again. I'm like, girl, I would have left his ass out there. I'm like, I don't know what you're doing or what you think you're getting out of this. Like, but he's not helping you out. You're helping him, and he's, again, ungrateful. So, she goes off it again the next day, trying to, gather some water. Who does she find that's on a boat? His fiance. Him and I guess like a tour guide, whatever, are there to help not only bring him but her back. Again, she's not ready to leave. She's fucking insane. So, she's like, "Are you guys the only two that are here? Like, are there anybody else that are looking for?" She's like, "No, it's just us." So she's pretending to show where he is, right? And so she's like, "All right, like I'll take you to like towards a shortcut." So there's like this very tight, like going around almost like a mountain, if you will, but it's like, going up, and if you go too close, you're going to end up falling off, right? Off the ledge. And so they're going around, and she ends up like slipping and falling. The guide is like trying to help her. Um, she doesn't help them. They both fall. You don't see the fall, but they fall. And like she's coming back like nothing happened. And just insanity in both of them. I forgot to mention she's avid lover, avid watcher of Survivor. She even submitted a tape. That's how old I am. I said tape. She submitted a video of herself saying that she wants to be on Survivor. And I guess she's kind of like living out her dream on this island in a way. Because again, she does not want to go home. I'm not going to spoil it anymore, but let's just say there's only one survivor. And if you can figure out who it is, awesome for you. I think I just spoiled enough as it is, but if you don't already know, Sam Raimi is the director and he's a producer of this film. He's done a lot of great films. And if you know his work, then I mean you're in for a treat. But also at the same time, it's just you know it makes you question like, girl. It's like you question her, and then you question. I mean, you probably question him, but you're like, dude, like you're fucking ungrateful. Then you questioning her, you're like you're stupid as fuck. Like keep helping him. But yeah, overall, I thought it was a great watch. How do I rank it? Let's see, out of 10, I think I could give it a 7. Like I said, it was a good watch. I mean, again, you like question people's motives, you know, but you know, I'm one of those people. You like fool me once, shame on you. There's no more after that. Um, like I felt like I used to be one of these people who I give and give and give and give, like to words like I just can't give anymore. I'm also at an age where I'm just like, fuck you and fuck everybody else. It's like, you know, again, like I'm nice to a limit. I'm very grateful for anybody who has helped me in my life, who has done things, been there for me. But you fucked me over. Last time. Last time, bitch. That is the last time. Okay. But again, yeah, I mean, if you haven't already checked it out, watched it, do so. Um, I apparently watched it early. It does come out on the 30th. Um, but you know how things come out early, right? So, anyway, but yeah, do yourself a favor, check it out, and yeah, let me know what you think if you do watch it. We'll love to know your thoughts, comments, and all that. Please drop them down below. And please also click like and subscribe. That would be very beneficial for me. I'm really trying to make this channel grow. And, you know, do other things. Because if I can't get any further with this channel, it's kind of, you know, what's the point, right? By the way, I mean, I look a mess because, hey, but guess what? I was off and I said, fuck it. I know I'd like done some laundry, done some cleaning, washed, you know, done some dishes, watched a movie, obviously. Even watched the first 3 episodes of School Spirit, which, by the way, check that out also. If you like that show, it's I think it's in season 3, so do yourself a favor on that and check it out. Which I might do a recap on that as well, so stay tuned on that. But anyway, I think that's all that I got. If you guys have anything that you would like me to review, again, you know, put it down below. I'm not getting any comments from anybody, so like I don't know if you enjoy anything. I don't have a lot of viewers as it is, but I mean, again, I would appreciate anything, anything. You know what I'm saying? Like, let me know. But anyway, that's all I got. Thanks. Hope you have a good night.